Hi everybody, how's it going? Hopefully you've been enjoying the New Year's, and hopefully you lucked out on the Legends Gacha better than I did. I ended up not farming anything, as you can imagine. My motivation to play kind of dipped a little bit after that. Don't worry, I'm not gonna stop, but certainly decided to spend more time on other games rather than Monster Strike for a little bit. So we'll just have to keep going. Of course, Legends is something you're gonna pull on all throughout the year. So hopefully, you know, get lucky on one of the standard Legend pulls. And of course, got to look forward to what comes in late January or February. Could definitely be a collab coming soon. So, anyways, enough about that. I know I'm a little bit late, just because I just had a string of early mornings and I was just passed out, and I honestly barely was able to stay up for that news the day before. And unfortunately, since I was late today as well, well, hopefully you're still interested in what's here. We are going to go through all the buffs at the end of this video, so if you want to skip to it, I will definitely try to make sure to put the timestamp on the bottom of the description area. So go ahead and go down there, jump to that if that's all you care about. But there are a bunch of other things that we want to go over for January 7th, 2021 Monster Strike news. So let's just start. Of course, the New Year's events are on. You've got Akaboshi Mashiro and Konoto Ushi Miruku are your end of year and New Year limited quests. Make sure you clear them up before they go away. There's not that much time left, so do make sure you max select them if you care. Of course, you also know that the Aura Coin event is going on. We've got 3 monsters as well as last year's Chumi available with Aura Coins. Also, you've got a bunch of items there. If you spend 100,000 worth of Aura Coins, you can unlock the special item that gives you 20 orbs, which is probably really good for a lot of people to restock their orb counts. So don't forget about that. And of course, don't forget that just by playing once a day, you unlock 1 orb the very next day. So make sure you at least play it once a day so that you are getting those free orbs. Always nice to see. And of course, the 10th is coming up very, very soon. 10th is, of course, Monster Strike Day, and you get 1 Tokudama for 5 luck, as long as you don't forget about it, which is it happens. So make sure you get that. Also, don't forget that this is the last chance to get the alternate Strike Shot voice for Mahoroba. Even if you don't have her, you might as well get it. It is only 5 luck, so might as well get that while you can. And also, this is a little bit of a surprise news, but Kuya will be going away forever after this event. So if you do want to max luck him, make sure you run the current event quests, the Weapon 6 event. Run those events over and over to get a chance of having Kuya invade at the end. Again, this is the last opportunity to farm him. Starting with the next event, we will be getting a new invade monster to work with. Of course, Uncharted Lands is coming back on the 14th, and that will feature level 17, assuming you have finished all 10 floors from the last session. In addition, they will be coming out with a new mission where you get the opportunity to get another 6-star monster. And all you have to do for this one is clear 10 floors in the Uncharted Lands. Now, I don't know if it's unique floors or it's just 10 floors, period. It doesn't specify here exactly, but I actually don't think it's unique floors. So as long as you do 10 times, you will get a 6-star monster. Now, the important thing here is it's not necessarily a new monster. It's just an additional prize for doing 10 floors. They also did note that this mission will also be available for the Abyss when it comes back later this month. Of course, the Abyss being the Kinki no Goku. So they're clearly, for some reason, wanting to give a free monster out of it. Gladly take that. Do note that this does not include limited monsters, though. And of course, the big thing are buffs. We will go over that at the end of the video, so I'm actually going to skip this section for now. But you can see that all of the metal mons, like hinted earlier, are getting buffs. So if you're interested in that, make sure you spend a lot of effort. But of course, the reason why they are doing this is because of the fact that they are back for January and will be available for a limited time until the end of the month, January 31st, 23:59 Japan time. Of course, it costs a lot of medals to get even one luck, so it's not an easy effort. Even with the Aura Coin event right now, this is a stage that you probably want to farm on if you want to max luck, just because of how simple it is. But it takes a long time, and whether or not it's worth it or not, I still am not so sure. Clearly, yes, they got a buff. Is it worth it? We'll talk about that. But some of the there's some of the buffs that they did highlight looked pretty nice. But again, we'll go into those details at the end of the video. And they are already live. They were live an hour after Monster Strike news ended, so you can see them in action. Now, the transition for this news was Rudy. You may remember him. I think it is localized to Lapis Lazuli if you are familiar with that name, but in Japanese it is called Rudy. And you can see Rudy is a Pierce Balance type monster with Minesweeper M, Super Null Warp, Avian, and Beast Slayer on the main. Of course, since it's on the main, the bump combos are going to get that extra bonus damage with those Slayers. Gauge ability is Null Block and Strike Shot Turn Reducer. Strike Shot is a bash, so you hit the first monster attached to him, and then a White Blast happens afterwards. That occurs on an 18+8 turn set, and you've got the bump combos with a Super Energy Blast, the powerful damage, and a Chozetsu Slash on his sub bump combo. And that will be available next on the upcoming Tuesday at noon Japan time. Now, the Transcension Kai for this month is Nonno, which is really nice for me. You know, I have 4 Nonnos. One of them I actually fed a 5th to, just because I had all 4 already transcended and already maxed out. But don't forget that she does have a Valentine's version if you're lucky enough to get that, which I actually think the Valentine's art is really, really nice. So if you got that, lucky you. Now, let's go over the stats for Nonno. She is a Bounce and Super Blast type. Her abilities are all on the main. There is no gauge. It is Minesweeper EL, Null Damage Wall, and Super Laser Stop. And the Connect skill gives you Super Null Wind and Poison Slayer. And the requirements for that is to have only one different class from itself, or a total of 100+ luck on your team. And so, my opinion on this is actually really nice, because, you know, not having, let's just look at that. Not having Null Wind and Poison Slayer is not that bad of a hindrance, right? She still has Minesweeper and Null Damage Wall regardless of the Connect skill, which is really nice to see. And having that Super Laser Stop to be able to heal as well, nice bonus. Now, the question is, who is her buddy here, right? Because you can see that she clearly doesn't have any poison type bump combos. Bump combo being Twin One-Way Laser EL Lock On, and sub bump combo being an all enemy Super Meteor. So she's gonna have to have some other monster come along with her to poison the enemy so that she can dish out a lot of damage with her Connect skill. Who is that? I don't know, but you know, Damage Wall and Minesweeper and or Wind, probably not that hard of a combination to find somebody. So this is probably not too bad of a set, skill set to find a partner for, to help maximize her damage. So I'm actually really excited to see this. I have a full party of Nonnos, and yeah, it's just, it looks pretty good. Now, the B-League Jets results, unfortunately they lost 1 game, so that means we're not going to get any free orbs for them. Come on, they already have a really good result, so you know, we got more than our share, but we'll have to root for them next week, and hopefully they win their 2 games there so that we can get some orbs again. And if you need to double check your lucky monsters, they are here. Hopefully you've got enough. That does give you a bonus for the next week. And the next news is on the same time as usual. So, that said, let's take a look at those buffs real quick. We'll go over the Metal Mons here, since I actually do have the translations for the changes as it is. And we can see that easily. All the others are on the official website. I will put that up, but they are in Japanese and not translated. I will put up the game screen for those monsters, though. So let's take a look at Plum here. Let's see if I can find what the old set looked like. So Plum got an interesting boost here, right? Like her gauge got the upgrade of Gravity Bear to being scaled to luck, which means if you do max luck Plum here, she will get super null Gravity Bear out of that, which is a nice buff for sure. She also got the repeat slayer added to her gauge, so you can also start dishing out damage with her. Not that she does too much damage in the first place, but she is getting a buff to her base attack stats as well. And her bump combo, which was, let's see, just a standard shotgun, is now a super barrage shotgun. So clearly a nice upgrade. Now, whether or not it makes it useful, that's hard to say, because she's not going to any more places than she was before. And I mean, the buff was, I think, about 4,000 attack, so it is a significant amount. But like I said, the amount of effort it takes to max like these metal mons is quite high, and I'm not so sure it is worth the effort, to be honest. But if you're gonna do one, I think Plum is one of the higher options to do that. Let's see, Blueberry here. Blueberry, let's see. Blueberry, there you go. Okay, so Blueberry used to have just standard Mind Super, and that got upgraded to an M level. And then got the Null Element Resist M added. So of course she's going to take less damage from any attacks that have no element associated to them. Like, you know, a lightning bolt or something like that. Or the white blasts. So those are always nice modifiers to help keep your teams alive. You can also see that Drain S was added to the gauge, so she can help heal once again. And the bump combo got upgraded to a super version of the Olympic circles. I mean, is that bump combo ever something to, you know, write about? No. So again, it is a buff, but she's not going to any more places, honestly. So yeah, and I think Blueberry is one of the better monsters of the 5, but again, I can't really. Do you want to spend the time? I don't. So that's that. Okay, next let's go to. There we go. Olive here, the very first metal monster. You can now, this was a nice upgrade for sure. Her gravity barrier slayer was moved to the main, so that is always nice to see, because now you can, you know, basically forget about that. It used to be on the gauge, so her bump combo does take advantage of that now. And in replacement of the moved ability on the gauge, you also get status recovery there. In addition, some base stats of attack and speed is increased for Olive, and she also has her gauge speed reduced, so it is easier to maximize the gauge for her. So again, nothing new, but she is going to be able to do a little bit more damage with the Slayer being on the main. And I mean, the heart is a nice gimmicky version of the energy circle. You know, I always enjoyed that, but I mean, it is, again, it is a buff, so say what it is. Alright, next we've got let's see, Apricot. Yeah, Apricot is here, and let's see what her old stuff looked like. So let's see, Apricot. There we go. So her laser stop is upgraded to super. So it was always there on the main, but now she can heal off of laser hits. And yeah, Vital Slayer was just added outright, so anybody above 50% will be taking some extra damage from her. Her strike shot damage with the meteor follow up, that power is increased, so she can do more damage there. And I guess the interesting thing is copy was it replaced a star laser, the so it's now copy. And I mean, I know I've said it before, copy is not as unique anymore. And is it gonna be a game changer? I don't know, but this is probably the strongest buff in terms of attack up, right? Everything here, including the bump combo, right, does imply a little bit more damage from her. But like I've said, she doesn't go to any more stages, so yeah. And unfortunately, the last one, probably because she's one of the more recent ones, she only got an addition to null speed down walls on her main. Now this is actually an extra ability, so she can technically go to more stages as a result of this, and very possibly newer stages as a result. But again, nothing much to write home about. So yeah. Now the two big ones that they did highlight, we've got Horai or Penglai. She got quite a buff, in my opinion. You can see that the damage wall ability is moved to the main, and I'm sure a lot of people have experienced that. Horai does have a fairly fast gauge, right? She's a drop monster, so they tend to have a slightly difficult gauge to hit, max out. And so now the fact that damage wall is on the main, you can actually now not worry about that at all. I think one of the abyss stages, right? She is a solid monster, if you don't have the right gacha monsters to use for that stage. So I'm sure that is a welcome addition. In addition, I'm skipping a little, but that sub bomb combo boost, or not boost, but complete change. It used to be a reflect laser S, is now an all enemy lock on laser S. So you are guaranteed to hit every monster with that sub bomb combo, and yes, that could be quite useful. So that is pretty cool to see. And you can also see that she has bump combo boost scaling with luck on her main, and if you do max lucker, I think that is a 50% boost to the bump combo. So nothing to laugh at there. It is a nice boost there, and she does get some base HP and attack bonuses as well. So really, really cool to see. Maybe I'll get off my butt and try to finish max lucking her. I don't know about that. But like I really do like the Sailor Mercury. She did get another form from X Flag Park, right? So there are 3 different Penglai Horai out there. So if you don't have to worry about the poison or the mist, right? The poison mist, because they're all different. Now Daki here is an interesting change. The gravity barrier is now super null gravity barrier, so you will speed up as a result of that. And she also gets a poison slayer added to the main, which again applies to the bump combos and just gives her more output damage. She also has soul steel added to the gauge, which again, very, very nice support ability, and I mean might make her a little bit more interesting. Now the interesting thing about Daki here is that her strike shot will actually poison somebody, so at the very least when you're trying to do damage at the end, she will start to do more damage as a result of that. Now again, same problem with no, this is all about, is there a partner that she can play with that can help poison everybody so that she just does max damage every turn. Now gravity barrier and warp is actually, I don't know if there's that many that play friendly with Daki, and in terms of a drop monster to max luck, somebody like that. So think there was a, just looking around, there was some collab character that had that lined up with her. Not it wasn't dark, but there's somebody out there, so that might work out. And the sub bump combo, the all enemy ice glacier attack, upgraded to super, so get some more damage out of that. Now there are a lot more. I'm not gonna go over all of them, but let me go in game. I can change the background music too. Back to Master Strike. And let me get the cool effect there. Woo! Oh, there we go. Alright, and I think I can get rid of this. X can go away. And then there we go. Alright, now of course, I mean, some of these drop monsters got a buff, but who really cares about it? Like Slash here, he's got null speed down wall, Slayer's upgraded 1 level, and all of his stats were boosted. Hydra, same thing, HP and attack boosted. Bump combo upgraded to a cross wave, strike shot reduced, and increased in damage. His other form, laser stop, cross wave, and defense down blast. Richelieu also got some buffs. Siren. Nirai Kanai, you know, this one actually is a little interesting, so let me pull him up. Nirai. And so Nirai Kanai here, right? So that Minesweeper M was originally just a base Minesweeper. He also got Gravity Barrier added to this. So now he has 2 abilities. So he can actually go to more stages as a result of this buff. And also you can see his speed is quite abysmally slow. Even with the, well, I guess with the pluses it kind of takes care of it. But you got a dash on there now, so he can actually start moving around a little bit more. And his sub bomb combo got buffed from just a regular plasma to super plasma. So this is interesting. It does have extra implications that Nirai Kanai can go around to more places. So very, very cool to see that these old impossible, not impossible, Bakuzetsu, right? Colossals may see more light of day as a result. Next up is Shambhala, and Shambhala also has some interesting buffs attributed to her. You know, that wind turns into super null wind, and gravity barrier turns into super null gravity barrier if you max luck her, since it scales with luck. And you know, I mean, obviously, yes, her speed is quite slow. Did she get more stages to go to? No, but I do think Shambhala actually had some use for some subset of stages. Yeah, like Paradox is somewhere that she is actually viable in, so it may make your life a little bit easier, which is very interesting to think about. We already went over all of Zeus. I mean, oops. Zeus. I mean, you know, that damage wall is now super null damage wall, so he can start doing more damage output as a result of that. The blast turns into a Chozetsu blast, so more range, more damage, and the cross laser now reflects as well. So, and his attack was buffed as well. It's alright. Yomi, so he, let's see, he does get a new ability. There we go. So here you can see that the gravity barrier is now on the main. So again, another ability that you don't have to worry about for the gauge. He does now get null speed down wall added. So that's pretty cool to see. And strike shot turn reducer as well to help with that 30 turn meteor strike shot he has. The follow laser is upgraded to an EL, and gauge shot difficulty was adjusted to be easier. So speed down walls, again, getting more options for that clearly it is a main skill that you cannot ignore anymore. So probably might see some use for him someday. We already went over Horai. Genghis Khan. I'm not even gonna pull him up because all he got was another Poison Slayer, and his bump combo was increased to a Super Plasma. Okay, yeah. Next, drop monster with Pharaoh and Kesaran Pasaran. Blueberry we already talked about. Daki we talked about. Chohakai. Yeah, I mean, Choha. There you go. I mean, I love his art, the piggy. But he has a new Robot Slayer M added to the main. Okay, and he did get added null speed down wall at the end on the gauge. That is new as well, so he can do some more damage. And his main, what was it? Oh, his main ability, or main bump combo, was changed from a 6 to a 12. So, I guess. Beelzebub, interesting buff there. He just got added a laser barrier slayer on his main. So, I mean, he will do more damage output and, Beru. Where are you? There we go. I mean, he does still have a bunch of stages he can go to. So, Yomi, Deva, we got some Hasha floors, but laser barriers. I mean, they are everywhere. So just being able to do more output to that, pretty nice. And if they are a Demon's Bane targeted class, wow, even more damage, which is nice to see. Oschise, drop monster. Can't even get her anymore, right? Tiara. Let's see. Got no speed down wall. A buff to her main bump combo. Tiara. Unfortunately, I don't have her, but yeah, I mean, again, another null speed down wall addition. Cool to see. Chozetsu slashes on the main, so even more damage out of that. And her attack was buffed a little bit, so now it's at least in a reasonable state. Dahlia, that cute little doggy. Dahlia. Right, so we've got Kobutsu Slayer L. I think that's Etherean. I hate trying to remember all of these English that we had for these. No, did I get that right? No, Kobutsu is Vivolith, if you remember that. I mean, that's just straight up added out of nowhere. So I guess if there's any Kobutsu type monsters, Dahlia can start shining in there. And his main bump combo, the sword swoop is now a longer version, so at least it'll hit more people. Let's see, we are cautious. Iris also gets the null speed down. Well, I messed up, but at least the end worked. Again, another ability is always a good sign. There's chance that they can start being used in those null speed down wall stages. They are plentiful now. The Kidan is upgraded to Chokyo, so just a super version of it. And her attack was buffed, so that, well, if it's buffed to 19902, well, it must have been really low. Let's see. Otsu, just some stat bonuses. Galileo. I guess this one's a little interesting. You can see that the Minesweeper got upgraded to Gadi. Of course, I don't have her either. And am I looking at the wrong one? Oh, no. Yeah, there we go. Minesweeper upgraded from an M to an L and also got Regen M added, so she can start doing some healing as well. The bump combo got changed from just a reflect laser EL4 to a twin laser EL4, so can do more damage with twins. And the sub bump combo is now an EL rather than just an L. So, and that one is the lock-on version. So, yeah, I mean, interesting buff. We'll see if the regen makes her a little bit more useful or not, but definitely interesting to see. Verdandi, you know, when I saw that, I got a little bit excited that they would make her something Peru a little bit more exciting, but unfortunately, the wind turned into a super version, and she does get inner strength on the gauge, but that's about it. So, I mean, where do you use her? I don't know. When you have damage wall and gravity barriers, outclassed, and I mean, you usually don't see all three. So, however, her strike shot did get reduced from 16 to 12 and 24 to 20 on the second gauge. So, cool to see. In the bump combo, the blast is super blast is now a Chojutsu blast. So again, more range, more damage. Always good to see. Now, unfortunately, I don't remember how to pronounce. Well, I'm gonna guess. Let's go. Komei is at the very bottom. So that's easy. Hey, okay. Well, I do have him. So, let's see. So actually, this one's the second one, the ascended form. So skip over one to the bottom purple line. Here, you have status recovery added to the, or not added, moved from the gauge to the main. So you can get that for free. But the gauge now has strike shot turn reducer added to it. Strike shot is, of course, just being able to put up a healing wall. So I guess that's an interesting change. And also his difficulty on the gauge has been reduced. Now for the evil form, let's go back up one row. That gives you a laser stop on the main. That's a brand new ability. And the Slayer for Uniba types is now upgraded to an M. So, okay. Nothing to write home about either. And the last one is Lu Bu Kai. He got a buff to one of the sub bump combos he has. That is the defense down blast. That just got a tick up in terms of damage. Now there's a few 5-star monsters that got some buffs. You know, I don't think there's anything too exciting here. Kama, Mandom, and Apricot on the base form. Just basically changing the copy. I got that. Let's see. Mengana George got, you know, null magic circle on the main. I guess that's interesting. And interesting here on the bottom, Garan, one of the collab monsters, I think, got a damage boost on one of his bump combos. So that's the. I mean, that's most of the buffs. Nothing too exciting. No, that's not true. There's a lot of significant upgrades where, you know, these older monsters are there. But, you know, in terms of gacha monsters, you know, the ones that they highlighted, Daki and, I guess that's really it. Yeah. To be super excited about. Right. I mean, Daki, again, if you can find the right partner, it makes all the difference. But at the very least, you know, those metal monsters does have a chance to shine now. So if you, for some reason, already were on the path to max lucking them and you just ran out of time on certain times, well, now's your opportunity to finish them off. But otherwise, just relax and, you know, enjoy some of these monsters that you may use that have gotten buffs, right? Like, if you do max luck those Bakuzetsu monsters, clearly those are probably the best upgrades for you, because now they're just even stronger and possibly have more options on terms of stages to go to. So cool to see for sure. So that's it for me today. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. And again, I apologize for being late on this. If you're still here, thanks. And you know, I figured at least if I'm late, I might as well go through all of the buffs, almost all of the buffs. So, cheers. And if you haven't already, make sure you hit the like, subscribe, and comment below. Otherwise, follow the Monst Twitter account or join us on the Discord channel to talk with others. And that's it for today. So again, thank you for watching. Until next time, bye bye.